Hello, this is 5 Minute Feldy, Season 2, Episode 13. I'm Feldenkrais teacher Ralph Hadden, and here in Melbourne it's Wednesday, the 8th of September 2021. Please lie down on your back, lie on your back and get comfortable. Have your knees bent up, feet standing, and simply pay attention to what you're experiencing. How are you right now? And how does the back of yourself rest against the floor? And in particular, pay attention to the back of the rib cage. How do the ribs make contact with the floor? And interlace your fingers, put your hands behind the back of your head, and slowly lift your head a little bit away from the floor and return. And lift your head a little bit further and return, so that you're beginning to feel your part of your upper back is peeling away from the floor. The upper ribs and spine are coming away from the floor, and you're moving the pressure of your ribs on the floor further down, and then you return. And try that a few times. So you're lying on your back and hands behind the head, slowly lifting the head, raising the upper back off the floor, moving the pressure of your back, of your ribs on the floor further down the spine. Okay, and then stop and have a rest. Now continue the same thing, interlace fingers, hands behind the back of the head, and use your hands to lift the head up part of the way, don't go all the way, part of the way, and now lean over to the left a little bit and come back. So that area of pressure of your ribs on the floor, press over to the left a little bit and come back to the middle, and do that a few times. Lean over to the left and come back, and then put your head down and stop and rest. And now do the same thing over to the right. So lift your head a little bit, feeling that area of pressure moving down your ribs. Lean over to the right and back to the middle a few times. So you're beginning to sort of massage your back, your ribs on the floor, moving the pressure around. Now keep going side to side. Lean the pressure over to the left, lean over to the right, a few times with your head raised, and you're sort of leaning parts of your ribs on the floor and massaging by going side to side. Okay, put your head down and stop and rest again. You can see over as we've been going through these series of lessons, started with the head and working down the shoulders, now we're down to the chest and seeing how we can improve the use of the chest. So please put your hands, interlace fingers, hands behind back of head, lift your head away from the floor, and that area of pressure so you're lifting the upper back off the floor, and further down you're leaning more heavily on the floor. Could you start to move that area of pressure around in a circle, moving your head around and moving yourself around so that you circle around which parts of your back and ribs are pressing on the floor. You can imagine you've got some pizza dough on the floor and you're squashing out, pressing out that pizza dough. And change direction, circle the other way, moving your circles around, and just finding a way to, however it feels enjoyable, to press and massage and squash your ribs and chest and upper back, middle back against the floor. And you can change direction again if you want to. Okay, come back, put your head down, rest, take your hands away for a moment. And now just notice what's happening now, the way your back rests on the floor. I wonder if more of your back, more of your ribs have settled onto the floor. And let's go back to the movement we began with. Just interlace your fingers, hands behind the back of your head, simply lift your head away from the floor and back again a few times. So feel your upper back peeling off the floor and the area pressing on, moving down your back and then returning. So again, just going up and down the middle, you're again massaging your ribs, your chest against the floor. And that's enough. Stop and have a rest. Put your hands away and simply pause and come back to pay attention to how are you right now? How do you feel? After taking just these few moments to simply do some simple movements and pay attention and allow yourself to simply be with yourself. It's a nice thing to do each day. So thank you for your attention and hope to see you again the same time tomorrow. In the meantime, bye-bye and keep moving. Bye.